In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the stories.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hi! So, today's day one of this 21-day journey, and was reading and replying to your comments. I expected that, definitely mixed responses. And honestly, I would say the majority of people don't agree with it, but I know that it's what's best for me, and I'm going to give it a shot. So the way in, so here it is. And so it's not my highest, it's not my lowest, but hey, it's not my highest. And it's just going to go down from there. But like I said, the water fast, my goal is not really my weight, but if you guys are interested and to, hold me accountable for being on this journey, because you don't see what I'm doing 24/7. So, I just think that, based on my history with doing fasts and with doing all of these different things, and just people, they want to see some form of proof that you're on track. And I understand that, so I figure weekly weigh-ins, because if you are water fasting, you should be losing weight, if you're not eating anything. Everybody's different though. I don't know how fast people lose weight. So that's always, a factor. That's a variable factor. I don't know, but yeah, I still should be losing weight nonetheless. So it's just to keep track of my weight, so also that I know what I'm at when I stop the fast as well. Welcome back to a video. This will be a sit down and talk video, and I probably won't edit it much, so I apologize if there's like pauses. It's just going to be kind of like somewhat organized thoughts, but mostly just stream of consciousness kind of thing, somewhere in between that. I'm in my prayer gown. I'm going to be doing a water fast, and I'm not really enthusiastic about when I'm coming to you with this idea, because I have done it before. Now I have successfully completed 5 days, and on the 6th day I was like, I was obsessing about food. I was just so hungry, and I didn't really break my fast the right way. I kind of just dived right back into unhealthy food. So I don't think, to me, that's an indication that I don't think that the 5 days was enough. So let me just start with why. I'm going to be aiming for 40 days with only spring water. So, but let me get to why. So I'm just drinking some room temperature water, and I'm not drinking, I don't drink cold water all the time, because warm water is actually easier. It takes a lot out of your body to bring ice cold water to temperature in your body, and I'm trying to conserve energy that I have for the healing process. And it's just easier on the stomach when you have like an empty stomach. Ice cold water on it is just really hard on the stomach. So I'm just having room temperature water, spring water, with only salat eating. The water's super cheap here. And so I'm going to be having water only, and I'm going to be having spring water, because a lot of people who do fasts think that they have to have electrolytes. Now, a lot of those people drink distilled water or like completely filtered water, and I'm not going to be drinking that. I'm going to be drinking natural spring water, which already has natural electrolytes and minerals in it. There's already natural sodiums and things like that in spring water. So I'm not going to, I didn't have to do that last time. I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to drink spring water only. No coffee, no tea, nothing like that. So when I refeed, I'll probably have to start with like bone broth or something, some kind of broth. I don't know, but I don't have to worry about that for a while. Now 40 days seems pretty bad. It's pretty strict. So if I don't make it the whole way, well, I'm going to try, but I can't promise that I'll make it 40 days. Who knows? That's a long time from now. But if I could complete that, I know I can do anything. Then I can. I'm doing spring water because of the natural minerals and electrolytes in spring water. I won't be taking any kind of salt or snake diet or anything like that, any supplements while I'm doing this. And yeah, so it's totally fine. So I just want to say also, like, I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, you listen to Lauren Lockman, you listen to this person, but they're on Quack Watch website. And yeah, I mean, obviously they're on the Quack Watch website. The information is very controversial, and it's not something that people do every day. You know, it's not a convention of today's society, and that's actually part of what's attracted me to do it. So, but it's not just that. I did actually take a lot of time to look into this and to prepare, and every time I've started a fast and failed it, I wasn't going about it right or whatever, it's an opportunity to learn from it. So, you know, so fasting, I have been doing a lot of research off and on, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of medical articles about the benefits of fasting, some of which include fasting combined with prayer is just obviously, you know, potential for spiritual growth is amazing. Basically, fasting with only water allows your body to completely reset itself. So there's something called autophagy. So autophagy is when you don't feed your body food to digest, it starts eating all of the debris in your body. I guess they call it like zombie cells. I don't know. I can't remember, but basically it starts eating like precancerous cells. It starts eating debris, just really dirty cells in your body that cause issues, and it replaces them with new ones. So now I just want to put a disclaimer. I've probably put a note before I start the video, but don't attempt what I'm doing unless you have clearance from your doctor. I don't have clearance from a doctor, but I know that I've done it before, and I know I can do it again. So this week, it's going to be the most difficult to adjust to. So I'm probably just going to be low energy and taking it easy, not doing too many things, and being near a bathroom. So I probably won't be doing too much, but next week when my energy levels are expected to be up, I will go out and do more things. I may still go for light walks this week to get out and get some fresh air, like I said, because that really does have an impact on this whole process. And actually, I didn't have any adverse health effects. I only had good ones. Like my skin became clear, my hair was like shinier, I had more energy, I felt lighter because I did lose like I think 20 pounds? I don't remember, but I have some old videos doing the water fast. I don't know if I privated them or not, but they were pre-hijabi, so probably. What else? I know I still have like pre-hijabi videos out there that will be forever on the internet, so, but still, you know. What else? So that's, you know, autophagy is one of the main benefits. I have a lot of illnesses. I have a lot of inflammation in my body, you know, in my back and my joints and things. I can feel it. A lot of swelling, inflammation, a lot of, you know, acne, like coming up more, hormonal imbalance. I plan to rectify or try to rectify the hormonal balances, which gives me hair loss and things like that. So I hope to, you know, correct a lot of things, health issues, maybe breathing issues, weight. I expect to lose quite a bit amount of weight. Now I do expect to put on maybe half of that back when I start eating, but I also want to eradicate my addiction to unhealthy food. And I think that the 5 days wasn't enough to do that. I had to get past that obsession with food and reset my entire body, because even eating things in moderation that are hyper palatable in sugar, it's called a pleasure trap. And I'll link the video down below. There's a doctor who talks about that. Basically, you know, if you keep feeding your body a lot of hyper palatable foods that are rich in fats, sugar, salt, it's just going to want to crave that and crave that, and you're just perpetuating the addiction to food. So I think to fully reset my palate, my body, everything, just completely reset my system from the inside out. I want more mental clarity. I heard that you gain more mental clarity after pushing through maybe the first week. It's different for everybody, you know. There are medical signs I've researched into look for of when I should break the fast. So if it becomes medically dangerous for me, you know, I will stop. But I'm just planning on doing this on my own, and with you guys, of course, whoever's left to support me, because I know that it just seems like another irrational, erratic, crazy, impulsive idea. But, you know, like I said, I've done the 5 days before. I really believe in fasting, the power of fasting. It's just I never had the willpower to do it. I just never could do it. I don't think that eating food, like, who am I kidding? I'm kidding myself. Well, like cheesecake in moderation, lasagna in moderation, I don't think that's realistic as I thought, in a way, when it comes to health, when it comes to resetting my palate, getting rid of those urges to eat those bad foods. Because after I ate the cheesecake and lasagna last night, and I hate to admit this because I know I'm going to get so much hate for it, but I'm just really ignoring, I'm just ignoring it and just doing me. But at the same time, I can just guess what people are going to say, you know, and I really overate last night so bad, and you know, I just haven't been doing well. So but now with the water fast, I have a new hope. Like I've been listening to testimonies of people who've done it, been listening to doctors who believe in it and the benefits of it, and it keeps me going. And honestly, I already, like, you know, this is day 1, by the way, June 17th, I think until July 26th. So I think that will be 40 days. And I want to go on this trip. I want to live life. I want to reset everything. And I think this is the only way that I'm going to do it. So I'm going to let the proof be in my videos. I'm going to vlog every day my progress. I'm going to weigh in every day. I'm actually ashamed of my weigh-in today, so I will insert that. Actually, I'll put that up here somewhere. 169 kilos, man. Like, hey guys, hey. What's up? How are you doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I seriously do. I know my intro is always cringy as fuck. Let's just get right to it. Today's weigh-in. Hey guys, today is January 6th, and I'm about to weigh myself for day 6 of my water fast. Yes, recorded in my book. So, a lot of you are probably wondering if I binged or not, and I have to say that I did not! And when I woke up this morning, this afternoon, I was very, very, very happy that I did not. I really appreciate all the you know, very supportive comments. And, you know, I'm doing this, documenting this long-ass journey because it doesn't just end at a water fast. The water fast, you know, has a purpose, and beyond that, it's just going to be a long journey, step by step, getting into better shape. But I am taking it step at a time. So like I said, January theme is detox, and that's what this is about. So that's bad. So I've just been extra sedentary, like, since I hurt my back. You know, I've been using that as an excuse to not really even do anything, and I've just been, like, feeling down about, oh my gosh, like, I'm starting a diet cycle again, and I just don't have any, like, belief in myself, and I've just been, like, not in a good place. But today, I'm hopeful. You know, I'm not hungry at all. Like, I thought I would be starving. In the moments, sometimes I feel a bit nauseous, and I just kind of, like, lay down for a few minutes, and it passes. Like, it passes fairly quickly. I was just having a low moment, and I just wanted to turn the camera on and just let you know what was going on in my mind. I wasn't feeling too well physically either. I was just really kind of tired. Right now I feel great. I have a lot of energy, and the thing is that when you're water fasting or just fasting in general, you're going to get these spurts of immense energy because your body is not using, it takes a lot of energy to digest food if you haven't realized that. Like, you know, a lot of people, after they eat a huge meal, the first thing they want to do is like, oh, I'm ready for bed, you know? Like, I know, like, that's how I used to feel. I would have no energy, and food is supposed to give you energy, but at the same time, it does take a lot of energy to digest food, especially more complex foods or foods that are not good for us. So, you know, eating food that is easier to digest and has a lot of energy will give you optimal energy, but the point is it does take a lot of energy to digest food, and, you know, as a result, when you're not eating and you're fasting, you're going to have all this extra energy. But even when you're feeling like you have a lot of energy, you should still take it easy and let your body use that energy for the healing process, and don't go out and like run a marathon, you know, don't go out and do things too strenuous. That's my advice, but everyone's different. You know, some people fast and go to the gym, and can manage just fine. I, on the other hand, I couldn't do it. So yeah, so like when I had a low moment, I really wanted to cave. And honestly, it's when I get to those moments that I just have to keep telling myself, no, like there's no trick to it. There's no magic pill. There's no special diet that's going to make fighting food addiction or cravings easier. It's just, you have to ride the wave, and you have to live through the hard bits. I mean, there's no way around it. You know, you can try to distract yourself and everything, and there's ways to make it a bit easier, but ultimately you have to just really fight it. You have to fight, you know? So that's been my strategy, is just suffer through it. And today I have not had any cravings for anything. So it does pass. So just let the time go by. Just wait is your friend. Wait is your tool. I had maybe so far just a liter of water today. I'm not going to over drink, because it can be dangerous to just sit and chug all kinds of water. So I'm going to let my body metabolize the water I put inside of it before I drink too much. But the idea is also that, your body will become fat adapted. So I have, look at me, I'm 169 kilos. So I have so much excess weight. I have about, I could weigh maybe like 120 pounds. So I have over 200 pounds, like 250 pounds of excess weight that my body can munch on, that my body can metabolize. The fat stores are there for a reason, right? They're for survival when you have no food. Well, if I keep feeding my body food, my liver will just keep storing glycogen. It will never deplete the resources in my liver. That's another thing. I have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease that I want to completely just get rid of. And I think that fasting, number one, will be beneficial for that. 100%. I believe that. So I just really, really want to, well, inshallah, everything I do right now, inshallah. But I think that, it sounds unrealistic. I know people I've already told in my real life are rolling their eyes. This is not the way to go. Just eat vegetables, eat meats. But I feel like I need a system reset, because I'm just too addicted to food at this point. And I think that this is a very, it's like a new start, a fresh start. I've never refreshed my body and fully given it a break from eating. And I think that there's going to be a lot to learn in this. And how, it's also going to teach me self-discipline and persistence and willpower. I'm going to be exercising my willpower as well. So I really want to do this. I hope that you guys will be on board with me. I'm not encouraging you to do it unless you think that medically it's really safe for you. But this is just my own personal journey. I have a lot when I'm not going to be worrying about eating all day long. I'm going to have so much time on my hands to try to improve things, keep my home very clean. So anyways, guys, let's get to today's subject. I want to talk about this fat girl bucket list that I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's so long ago that I've been mentioning that I want to do this. So I just made a little list. It's not too big. These are goals that I really want to achieve. I think that they are achievable, and they're within the next 5, little bit. I don't know when it will start, but it's within the next 5 years. Hopefully I can achieve some of these goals, some sooner than others. So I'm going to do them in order of when I'd like to achieve them, basically. And the last one being, near the end of the 5 years, maybe 4 to 5 years or something like that, depending. So, maybe 3 years. I don't know. So the number one thing is I want to return my freaking CPAP machine. I hate that thing so bad. And this is TMI and this is so gross, but whenever you're fasting and you're detoxing, a lot of the toxins get released on your tongue. And, that's why it's kind of white. Yeah. That'll go away after after a while, but I do need to get a tongue scraper. But I think that whenever you get really bad breath, it's to the point where I can't stand it. And whenever you're wearing a CPAP mask, you're trapped with your own breath. And I just want to barf all night long. I can't stand it. I can't stand sleeping. And not to mention sleeping on top of that, I cannot sleep. My body needs rest. I do lay around a lot, but I'm just at night, I just cannot sleep. And I know insomnia is a side effect of this fasting, but it's just it sucks. I have this Kiss Mist. I know I need to do my nails. I have this Kiss Mist zesty breath freshener, and it's basically just spearmint, peppermint, and fennel oil, and it does work, for a few minutes or whatever. It does freshen the breath, but at the same time, and I do brush my teeth, I rinse with baking soda, I do it several times a day. It doesn't matter. It's just so horrible. It just smells. I'm killing myself with my own breath. Number 2, I want to sit in a booth. I was thinking about this one. I was really debating adding this one to the list because sitting in a booth means going to restaurants, and I don't plan on going to all these restaurants after, so it's not going to really be a big deal. But if I do go out, I'm sure it will happen, on a social occasion, and, all these people want to get a booth. I'm not going to be embarrassed anymore. It's so embarrassing. The first thing I have, I get this gut sinking feeling when we get to a restaurant. If it's with people I know, it's not as bad because they already know the deal. But even then, it's I have to say, they always just automatically assume you want a booth, because who doesn't want to sit on a comfortable booth over a hard ass chair, But it's the thing is whenever, I lose weight, I'll be able to say, yeah, booth it up all you want. I don't care. I remember going to this, I don't know if you're from Ottawa, but I went to this outing. My friend was having a birthday party at this place on Preston Street. It's called Pub Italia. Anyway, really awesome pub. If you like beer, they have like a beer Bible. They have like over 200 kinds of beer. They have like really cool appetizers and stuff. So anyways, so it was her birthday and I was like late getting there because I was working late and it was a long drive for me. So I got there late, and it's kind of like set in an old church, and like all the furniture is kind of old, and the booths are like really tight together. Like even a normal sized person, there's not much room. And it was like all these like guys and girls I didn't know. So I arrived there, I walk in, they're all looking at me arrive, and it was like the only available spot to sit was like at the end in this like tight corner in the inside of the booth. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I like barely fit. I like had to squeeze in, and someone was like, are you okay? And I was just like, everyone noticed, and I was just like so embarrassed. So there's a big part of social anxiety that will disappear when you lose weight, and I know that, and I keep thinking of this, how this is going, these feelings are so much better than the food I wanted to eat yesterday. Another thing that helped me last night, on a side note, was I did watch the newest episode of My 600-Pound Life, and when I say that I use that show as motivation, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way at all. I really do feel for these people. I say I use it as motivation because that is me. That is me. In who knows, maybe a year or two, if I don't change my ways, if I give into these cravings, that is me, you know? And I see how much they're in pain. And I have this like, it might be, I don't know if it's an irrational fear, but it's like a specific fear of, like I have these weird specific fears. I'll go into it in another video one day, but especially of like developing lymphedema in the legs, and your legs get all like really enormous and you're not able to walk. And it's just like, you become immobile, and I'm just like really petrified of that happening to me. And that can happen at my weight. That can happen at someone with less weight than I have. So it's really just, I watched that for motivation, and it really did help. Actually, it really did, because it scared me. Like it really did scare me, because, and I sympathized with that person, and I felt really terrible, and it would be you'd feel just a lot worse going and binging after having that in your mind, so that really did help. So number 3, I want to walk around town in the summer in like a cute outfit, some nice sunglasses, like I used to, when I was in shape, I used to walk from one end of town to the other, when it was nice out, stopping at places along the way, hanging out, going to a park, enjoying the fresh air, enjoying everyone living their life. Like whenever I'm trapped in my room, just binging and being depressed, like there's a whole world of people living their life out there that I'm not taking part of. And I feel like I want to go back to that feeling when I was like more in shape. So whenever I first started dating Pete, but we weren't living together yet, I used to live on my own, and I lived at the complete opposite end. Like I lived in the east end, I worked in the far west end, and I worked the night shift. And every morning when I would get off night shift, I worked with this other coworker, and she lived in a similar area, like just a few blocks up from me. So I would drop her off, and then we would stop, have breakfast. So we would walk home together. It was an hour and 20-minute walk every morning. We'd stop for breakfast, and I had a pretty greasy breakfast every day almost, but we'd stop for breakfast, have coffee, and I'd drop her off, and then I'd go home and sleep. And it was a really good time in my life, and just that walking was fun. The sun was coming up, and it was really awesome. So I think by winter though, luckily I didn't have to walk it. We ended up moving into a place that was like across the street. Okay, Sam, I hear you. So anyway, so I really want to do that again. I want to be able to walk, just around town, like, and just have a good time. And so I'm hoping by this summer, or spring even, I can do that. So that's a goal I want to achieve soon. Number 4, you're gonna laugh at me, it's very specific, but it's something that I've always wanted to do since I'm probably a preteen. Like growing up in the 90s, I don't know if you guys remember a store called Le Chateau. I don't know if it's just a Canadian chain or not, but it's a clothing chain, and they used to have really awesome, kind of more eccentric clothes, but still like really fashionable clothes. They have really nice accessories, really awesome handbags, sunglasses, jewelry, shoes, but it's more of like a European style, I guess, of fashion. So the clothes are made small. I think now they have some plus sizes, actually. I saw online that they have some plus sizes. So, but even those are probably still made small. So ever since I'm about 13, 14, I remember always going into that store and only being able to buy the accessories and being embarrassed because the saleswoman would, can I help you with anything? And like in my insecure mind, I would be thinking they're kind of making fun of me, that in their head, they're kind of like, oh, why is she coming in here? She can't fit into the clothes. But, I'd always buy just the accessories and be embarrassed about that. But now I want to, like in a few months, maybe even like on my birthday, I want to be able to buy maybe not my birthday, that's kind of soon, but maybe I can buy some other plus size clothing. I want to buy clothes at Le Chateau. I want to do like a Le Chateau shopping spree. So I want to take you guys. I want to go to like Kingston Mall. I like that mall. They have a tour. They have a lot of stores that I like, and they have a Le Chateau. So I'd like to go with my mom and take you guys with us and just go on like a shopping spree day and like reward myself with like new clothes when my these clothes, like the 3, 4, 5X clothes, become too baggy. I'll be lighter at some point so I can go out and do more things, you know. I'm going to be focusing on that, thinking of the rewards, how I'm going to feel. Like eventually, if I, you know, stick to the fasting and the healthy eating for like a year, I can go and buy like a whole new wardrobe. I can fit into clothes, you know, normal size clothes. I won't have to worry about going to special abaya shops or getting custom made abayas, which was at the point I'm at right now, you know. So I want, that's one of the major things I keep in the back of my mind. I want to buy normal size clothes. Like I really want to. I want to like just wear normal clothes. Like I want to be able to wear, you know, pants and a shirt. Like I don't have to wear abayas, but I do because of my weight. You know, I have to cover my body, and the abaya is the biggest thing. So I actually need some water now. Yeah, I like this prayer ground because it just like covers my entire body. So when you know, women pray in Islam, we are to cover everything except the face and hands. So that's something I really want to do. I'm really excited for that. So these are more serious goals that are more lifelong goals, because these are things that I wouldn't be able to do if I were large, most definitely, or unhealthy. And I was trying to think of, what am I going to do with my life? Like, what do I really want to do? And I was trying to think of times in my life where I felt the most alive and most productive, more like myself, more like I was making a difference, more like I was challenging myself, just more alive in general, you know? And I was thinking of the time when I was, the main thing that popped in my head that was a life-changing experience for me was the time that I was part of this group. It's called Katimavik, and it was a, you know, Canadian youth group. We went around traveling. I've talked about it briefly. Went around traveling over Canada for 7 months, and we volunteered 40 hours a day of our time in different you know, I volunteered at a women's shelter. I volunteered making brush mats along the banks. That was really challenging for me. I could have picked an office job, you know, but I chose to pick the environmental one, where a guy had a pickup truck. We were in the East Coast, Prince Edward Island. He would pick us up every morning at like 5:30, and, you know, or I would have to bike on this rickety bike uphill for like 30 minutes. I would stop along the way. There was nobody. It's like in the middle of nowhere. I would feed cows grass. I felt, you know, and I would get in these, like, I don't know what they're called, like waders. Anyways, you put them on, you go in the swamp or the lake, and you cut like brush down from trees, and you put them along the riverbed or whatever to prevent like erosion and stuff like that, and to help preserve the wildlife that's there. So that was very challenging at the time. I actually really hurt myself. I could see the scar here. I actually cut my finger open where I could see all that, like the bone, and it was just like, but I hurt myself a few times, but it was really worth it. It was a lot of, like, in retrospect, it was challenging, and it made me feel alive. So I want to maybe go back to volunteering, and more specifically, volunteer traveling. I'd like to go to the far north of Canada. I've never been there. I'd like to go, you know, help out up there somehow, or go like volunteer at the elephant sanctuary in Thailand. There's like so many volunteer opportunities. There's so many volunteer organizations I was looking into. I don't really know what else to say. If you have any questions for me, I guess I can try to answer some. I will leave some resources in the description, so if you're interested in researching on your own about the benefits of water fasting, then definitely check that out. I expect to be sluggish and low energy as my body's adapting to a different way of metabolizing and just functioning without food. It's going to be like, what the heck? Like 39 years of just straight feeding constantly all day, every day. You know, I get depressed about that when I think about it, because of the abuse I've done to my body, you know. I put it through a lot that I'm like even surprised sometimes that I'm like even still here, like walking around barely, but still. You do have to pay, but you do get like your, I think, room and board paid and stuff like that, but you have to pay for certain things. But it's still, if I could afford it and I could make that a goal, that would be so awesome, because I just feel like giving back, like doing something for others, you know. And I really felt good about myself volunteering, and I do have, I think, in my spirit, a calling to experience the world. I don't know if it's like this thing inside of me that's, you know, still trying to find myself and answers to life and things like that, but I feel like I'll find more of that if I expand my horizons and move out of my like where I am, you know, like my environment, and branch out and discover new things in different cultures. But before I do that, I have so much personal growth to do, and I know that. So, but that's why it's like, you know, probably years from now. But I want to do this. I really, really do. And I know I'll feel really good if I do succeed in doing it. I know I'll get rid of a lot of the inflammation in my body. I don't know how much weight I'll lose. I'm not really focusing just on the weight loss because it's not sustainable when you're fasting. When you eat, you're going to put it back. But the refeeding stage is a whole other thing I'm not even thinking about right now. I'm just going to have to... Sorry. That's going to be another thing. How I'm going to refeed myself. I won't be able to put any of that crap that my brain is addicted to back in my body. So, because then it will just recycle. I'll just be in another cycle again, you know? So, I don't think that I'll really have to. I'm hoping that I won't even crave those foods at the end of this. I'll just start craving, once I refeed my body healthy food, that's what I'll want. And everything else will just seem too salty and sugary and blah, blah, blah. So, we are what we eat. That's, like, you know, it's a famous quote for a reason. So, that's my reasoning behind it. There's a lot of, you know, benefits to fasting if you just take the time to research it. And you know, if you don't believe in that, and if you don't believe in me doing this, I don't blame you. You know, I fully expect to be criticized highly for this. I don't think that anyone will believe me. And you know, I just have to believe in myself. That's all, you know. So, and then speaking of travel, I would eventually, I've always, and this is like a completely crazy, when I tell people this, I know they're laughing, they think I'm nuts. Okay, I know it. But Mount Everest, I don't know what it is about that mountain, but it just, something about it. And I know a lot of people climb it these days, and you know, it's kind of an issue actually. But I don't want to, I'm not going to climb Mount Everest, but I would like to make it to base camp. You don't have to be an experienced mountain climber, but you do have to be in pretty good shape, I guess, to make the trek from Kathmandu all the way to base camp. And it's a beautiful journey, apparently, and it tests your limits. And it's just I've watched a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of people making the trek, and it's something I would really like to do in my life, and that's definitely on my bucket list. And I think that I would, you know, there's different companies you can sign up to. They have guides who take you through it and everything. But I think it's like a 15-day journey, and you walk like 6 to 8 hours a day some days. And, you know, to prepare for that, they suggest just walking. Before you sign up for it, you should be able to walk around 6 or 8 hours a day. So I have a lot of training to do for that, eventually, to start on that. And just going upstairs will help too, because there's some, you know, you're going to be going over smaller mountains, but still, you know, like different types of terrain and stuff. So that's definitely something that I think that you know, that I'd really like to do. So these are just a few of the goals on my fat girl bucket list. I say fat girl bucket list because these are things that if I, you know, keep going in the direction I'm going, and even at my size now and my health that I am now, it's just not possible. So yes. So I will just keep these goals in sight when I have those weak moments. You know, I'll still have a bit of time to worry about the trip and planning the trip, and it'll be such a good reward. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing content because, you know, another country with my love, and it'll just be awesome vlogs. It's what I've always wanted to do. You know, I've always said, like, I want to do travel vlogs with the love of my life. And so I want to make that happen. But, yeah, the pets will be taken care of. Don't worry about that. But we are going to we're not going to go for a super long time because of the pets. You know, we're going to miss them. Like, so, and yeah, so that's it for now. The video is long enough, I guess. So I really thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6. Yeah, for day 6. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey. Hi guys, hi. No makeup. So, how are you guys doing? So from the title of this video, just calm down. It's not a terrible thing. I'm going to explain everything. Yes, it's not clickbait. I am going to be ending the water only. And I think that's best for me because the purpose of the fasting is to be able to rest a lot of the time. You know, don't exert yourself, really rest, very minimal activity. That's why people go on retreats. Like I said, they go away, they just rest all day. And, you know, for me, it was just getting a bit tiring. I'm very impatient. I do need to work on that, I know. I have problem. I just really don't think that. I think physically I could make it to the 21 days. I was feeling, you know, I wasn't feeling sick or anything like that. The only thing that was really bothering me were, well, the constant thoughts of food, bad food, but also not just that, because that's I'm gonna have to battle with that for a while. But not just that, but not being able to go do things that I wanted. Like I posted you know, in the community post that I wasn't going to be able to do a video today. Today's day 6, by the way, because I had a lot of things to do and I wasn't able to do any of them because I just didn't have the energy. And sometimes I get bursts of a lot of energy, like I said yesterday, and like I've said before. However, it's very fleeting and you really can't do much with that energy because you need to preserve it so your body can use that energy for the healing process. So it's not the water that's going to heal your body. It's not the water fast. It's your body that's healing itself, and you're giving it the optimal environment to do that with a lot of rest, with not eating, allowing you to use your energy for digestion and things like that. And I'm just not able. I don't really have the environment for that. I don't have a peaceful environment. You know, I always have something to do. I need to live my daily life, and I need energy to do that. So I think 21 days, yeah, was pretty ambitious. I did make it to 6, and I think that's a victory for me. I like how my skin has cleared up. I have lost some weight, and I am going to refeed. I have been drinking this very slowly. This is just blended spring water with frozen wild blueberries and banana, and it's blended very, very well. And I've been taking sips and keeping it in my mouth for a few seconds or so before I swallow it, just seeing how that does. I feel like better, actually. I feel like my energy is already going up a bit, so I feel like I should be able to live my life now. So like I said, like I was going to aim for 21 days, but if I feel like I need to break the fast for whatever reason, I'm going to do it. So if you want to try it yourself, fasting, like I said, I know a lot of you are doing it, and I've inspired people to try it, which is really awesome. And but please listen to your body, and if you feel like you need to break it, at least just make sure that it's with healthy food and stuff. So I do plan on continuing, of course, with this weight loss journey and getting into a new step now, which is eating healthy food and continuing the weight loss process. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. I know a lot of you will, and some of you won't, but that's always how it goes, right? When you have a larger audience. Some people never even really agreed with the water fast to begin with, but like I said, this is something that I need to do for myself and that I believed in. So this will be like a whole new life for me. This will be so beneficial in so many ways. So I'm not sure, like, live streams, how many I'm going to have the energy to do while I'm doing this, at least at first. So I will probably just be putting out some vlogs and talking videos, like, water fast diaries, probably what it's going to be called, because I'm just trying to get through it, man, I'm just trying to get through it. So anywho, what else about this? Yeah, so I started today. It's nighttime now. It's like, well, evening, early enough evening. So I'm going to finish out the day, the evening, the night, and so I guess that's it. I'm gonna actually go out. I'm gonna try to drink some more of this, maybe put the rest in the fridge. This is a lot, but it's very liquefied, so I'm gonna have some more. It actually tastes so good, like so good. I am a little disappointed that I didn't do the 21 days, I'm very, like, I have these ambitions and then I run out of steam, but I think in this case it was really the best thing to do for my situation. Like, I just need to be able to do things in my life. Like, I don't want to just, like, lay around, especially just not focusing on food. Like, whenever I was able to eat what I wanted, of course, just staying in and eating whatever, but now that I don't have that food, if I just stay in and don't do the things I'm supposed to do, I focus more on the food. So there won't be any mukbangs for a while. When I start eating again, I will do a lot of cooking and meal prep videos because I have to get into the habit of that. So while I'm fasting, I can also, near the end, maybe, I don't even want to look at or think about food while I'm, doing this. I will save a lot of money on food because I do eat a lot of food, obviously, to be my weight. Hey guys, so this is the meal plan I came up with, put some work into it. So this is going to be from January 8th to January 13th, so Sunday. And every Sunday I will do a weigh-in just to see how my progress is going. So I'm not going to be too restrictive, but I am going to eat just eliminate processed food and fast food and really junky food, but still kind of eat things that I like as well to really help me stay on track. So for breakfast, I'm going to keep it simple with having some fresh fruit or a smoothie with spirulina added, just to get in that hydration in the morning and some added energy and hydration and vitamins and minerals. Then for lunches, veggies and hummus with carrots, mushrooms, romaine lettuce, red pepper, cucumber, pickled beets, and gherkin pickles. And then for the dinners, I'm going to have different dinners throughout the week to keep it a bit interesting. So, and I will show you guys like what I eat, show you my recipes, show you my dinners. So Tuesday, roasted chicken breasts with steamed green beans and baked sweet potato. Then Wednesday, I'm going to limit eating out to once a week. I will budget to eat out once a week. I will plan my eating out, which I wasn't doing before. I would just eat whenever on a whim. So I'm going to have the Sonoma chicken salad from the restaurant I'm going to be going to, which is 780 calories, mostly because there are nuts in it. So that's probably where most of the calories are coming from. It is grilled chicken. So Thursday, turkey and veggie bolognese sauce with lentil pasta. And then Friday, Anthony's pizza. And I know you're thinking, pizza, what the heck? You know, I really want to try to find a way to fit in my favorite food so I'm not completely depriving myself. But this is a healthier pizza than most chain pizzas. There's no double cheese. It's an authentic Italian pizzeria place, wood oven, very thin crust, very little pizza, lots of veggies on the pizza I like to get. So no processed meats, no pepperonis or anything like that. So I'm really going to, and they use a very non-greasy cheese, like a real mozzarella. So I'm going to have pizza every Friday as a treat. So that's Fridays. I'm going to have Anthony's pizza. Saturday, I'm going to have BB's going to be cooking this smoked chicken and yam leaf sauce that he likes to make. And I will be having some of that. And Sunday, I'll probably just have some leftovers. So yeah, I just wanted to share my meal plan with you guys. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys my meal plan. I took really a lot of time to think it over about my my goals and everything like that. And I do feel like even the 6 days has been very beneficial. I feel like it did clear up my skin. I think that I'll put on a little bit of weight since I am going to be eating, fairly substantially. But in the long run, I think, it will come back off, and I will do weekly weigh-ins on a regular basis. I don't want one thing that I was reading an article on, actually, it's very interesting. Always stressing and worrying about dieting and counting calories and all this other stuff actually raises cortisol levels, which is the stress response from our body. And I don't want to constantly be stressing and worrying about dieting. I just want to achieve small goals and really try to eat more healthily and really watch what I'm eating and plan what I'm eating. As long as I have this meal plan and I follow it, which I will. So, I'm setting up these goals, guys. Like, I didn't do the 21 days, but I'm still going to be achieving goals. So I hope that you'll still follow me and, be inspired to make some changes in your life this year as well. And, I do feel still changed in a lot of ways just from doing the 6 days of water fasting. So I'm not going to, I really, really wanted to go back to eating plant-based. And I think that right now, I just need to accept that I just can't do it right now, and I'm gonna really try to just stick to very limit my dairy intake and stick to poultry and stuff like that for now, and no processed meats, no processed cheese, no processed food, but I don't want to fully deprive myself either. But when I do eat things that I enjoy, I want them to be more whole food. Like when I have the pizza day, I want it to be well-made pizza, not pizza crap, not from a chain restaurant. I know that they it's better quality pizza. It's very thin crust. It's got fresher ingredients. They don't put a lot of cheese, no extra cheese. So just like changes like that, instead of double cheese, very, very light cheese, and it's only once a week, the pizza. So, I guess I just have to admit to you guys that, and to myself, I don't want to go through life never eating pizza again, So I'm trying to find a balance, and I know a lot of you said balance is key. I do agree with that. The cysts, I don't know how that's going to go. I'm hoping that reducing my weight might affect it as well. I'm hoping that incorporating some exercise into my lifestyle and still eating clean and and no processed food will actually still help them maybe to shrink. But if not, then of course I need to get the surgery. So just wanted to also show you guys, I have this positive and productive goal setting journal. So instead of doing, I know since January was going to be like a themed month, I'm going to take it week by week. That I think would be best for now. And so this week will be January 7th, starting today to the 13th of January, and I'll weigh myself every Sunday at the end of every month, at the end of every week on here. And so my plan, I just, I really need to have a plan and really need to stick to it. So you guys are going to hold me accountable for this. I'm going to stick to this. But like I said, I don't want my channel to just be weight loss only. I want it to be fun. Like, I want to, do different things with it. And I don't want it to just always be focusing on weight loss and weight loss, because honestly, it does really depress me. It does bring me down. I'm finding that. And, doesn't mean I'm going to neglect my health. It just means I just don't want that to be the only thing I focus on. You know what I'm saying? So plan, taking it week by week is number 1. 2, meal plan. Definitely need to get in the habit of that. 3, move more. 4, stay positive. I've been really trying to do that. And 5, and get support. So I'm going to be looking into joining a weight loss group, maybe with Totally Kathy. She has a weight loss group. I need, some kind of support. With people who are going through similar things, so we can motivate each other, talk about how hard it is and bitch and complain, or just, be happy about it, pat each other on the back. But, I know that I'm going to get a lot of people who are going to go, I told you so, or just gloat that I didn't make it the 21 days, or leave nasty comments or thumbs down. And you know what? I honestly don't even care about that anymore. I really don't. Like, it's, I don't know. I just don't, it's just like I don't know. It's like a switch almost. I'm just learning to just be more positive, I guess, and there's just no room to really care about that anymore. I'm working on myself, and that's all I have really room to really give a shit about, for lack of a better term. So I mean, it's okay. You can gloat all you want, say I told you, whatever. And in a way, yeah, I mean, I do have a bad habit of announcing these grandiose plans that I set out for myself, and then I lose steam and I fail, or I don't see this as a failure, because I think that I'm still being successful. I haven't binged. I haven't had anything bad for me yet. So, I don't see it as a failure. Just taking it in a bit of a different direction. So, and the journey is not beeline, it's like different curves and everything. So I don't really see it as a failure, but some people might, and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. I'm just letting you know. So this is what it looks like, beginning of the week. And then you have like an end of the week section. So beginning of the week here, we're going to do the date. My main goal this week is to stick to clean eating, only eat out once a week, and the pizza on Fridays, no processed food, no junk. So I would also like to exercise 30 minutes, 3 times a week to start. Only 3 times a week to start for now. Most likely, if it's nice out, I'll go for a walk and take you guys with me. Otherwise, I'm going to do put on a video on YouTube and do it, and I'll probably split up the 10 minutes throughout the day, because that's easier on me. But I'm going to start with that. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday for now. Join weight loss support group is another one I'd like to do this week. Don't stress over food diet. I don't want it to be consuming my mind all the time, And this week, my motto will be, start moving, stick to this plan, and don't over restrict. So it's just, I'm taking it week by week. This book will really help with that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that while I did, change plans, did stop my fast, I do have another solid plan set up, and I'm really going to be sharing it with you guys. I will do, now whenever you're coming off of a fast, I'm not really breaking fast, probably the most appropriate way. I did have that smoothie. I do feel fine. I really feel good after having that, but I'm going to be eating small quantities of food tomorrow. So I'm going to start with the fruit, and then I'm easily digested, and I'm going to have some vegetables. Then for dinner, I'm going to have more vegetables and a little bit of chicken, and we'll see how that goes. So I just, it depends how long your fast is, and depending on that, if I did the 21 days, I wouldn't be able to eat like I'm going to tomorrow. So if you're fasting and you want to know how to break your fast, definitely research that. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, and there's a lot of, it's a simple Google search as well, how to end the fast. But it depends how many days you're doing, and your specific body as well, how, how accustomed you are to eating larger amounts of food and things like that. So it's really bad weather out there, but tomorrow I have to go get the groceries. I made a grocery list for my meal plan, which will start tomorrow. I'm also going to be incorporating some intermittent fasting with that. I'm going to try to have just an 8-hour eating window. Might not be perfect at first, but might be a little different at first, but we'll see. But I am definitely going to try to have a few hours in the evening where I haven't eaten. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to snack all night. I'm going to have my dinner and that's it. And I'm not going to have it too late. And then I'm not going to have an early breakfast. So it's probably going to be something like 12 to 8, 11 to 7, 12 to 8 or something like that. But I'll keep you guys posted. So this is what I'm starting with, guys. And I actually feel good. Even doing the 6 days, each day was an accomplishment for me, was an achievement. And taking that off in my book, that I was able to do it, actually felt really good. And I want to keep that feeling up, So let's do that. Let's make this a good week. And, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Ooh, if you've been on a water fast yourself, you can share your experience in the comments. I'm kind of tired. I don't expect people to be on board right away, because I think that I'll need to do it for at least a few days for people to be like, okay, she's taking it seriously, you know? But for actual hunger, I'm not. I haven't had weak moments yet, mashallah. But if I do, I suspect it won't be like from actual hunger for a while. I think it'll be just more psychologically missing food, like a psychological thing, like the addiction part. Like, oh my gosh, you know, that cycle, those signals to the brain that are like eat, and just habits, like of habits of like watching movies and eating and blah blah blah. So I have to like try other things. I'm gonna try reading more of the Quran, just listening to more stories about success stories from weight loss and stuff like that. So all right, I'm gonna fall asleep, I think. I feel really relaxed. So if I wake up and I've successfully completed one day, I'll be so elated, I'll be so happy, and I can't wait to report to you what happens tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We're just going to take it day by day. I'll share with you the different symptoms and everything like that, what I'm going through. And I'll weigh in like every day. I suspect the water weight will be come off very quickly, you know. So yeah, so your body, like I was saying, fat adapted, it will start eating the fat stores. So I cannot wait. Eat away, body, eat away. All right, guys. So that's about it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.
24 hours later.
Well, hello there. I know, okay? You can say I'm a failure. I told you so. Get it all out of your system now. I have some ice water. I hope there's water in here. It looks more like ice. It always spills on me at first. Shoe kickers and rats. All right, let's get to that situation right now. Let me just explain. Let me tell you, obviously I'm eating again, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's very dramatic. So, oh my gosh. Pumpkin is sweet. So, I think I almost passed away last night. Listen, I came to a harsh realization, okay? When I did my 5-day water fast, that was like, what, 5 to 6 years ago? My body's changed. My body has completely changed since then. I don't think it can handle a 40-day water fast. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. I don't know, like, if I have a personality disorder. I'm being honest. Like, I don't know what my problem is. So, that was very, when I think back to yesterday, like, what was I thinking? I really don't know. What was I thinking to just, like, go on and announce that I'm going to do a 40-day fast? I really, really, really just have the weirdest ideas. I believe in the power of fasting, and I saw someone my size do a 21-day fast. And so then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. But I think the most realistic way for me to lose any weight, which is also going to be good for my health, is to do what I've been doing, just counting calories for now, incorporating one of these diet meals. You know, I'm actually working on a vlog, so I'm going to put out this mukbang, and then I'm going to have a vlog also for like accountability, to show you guys what I ate today. Because like just sitting here and telling you what I eat, who's going to believe me, right? So that would be stupid. So I'm going to show you everything I ate and the amount of calories at the end of the vlog each day, as well with a weigh-in. So I actually did lose some weight because I did water fast for the whole. So let's get into this. Hold on. Look at it, big chunks of turkey and cheese. Yummy, beauty bite. I was craving soup and sandwich today. All right, I water fasted most of the day, and it, you know, it was pretty easy for most of the day. I wasn't that hungry. I think I saw a comment where someone was like, "You're just like saying this now because you had a huge binge last night, and when you start to feel hungry, you'll cave." That's exactly it. But it wasn't just hunger. It was like, okay, I'm just gonna give you a disclaimer. This is gonna be kind of gross, okay? What I'm about to talk about. I'm not gonna talk in detail about it, but I'm gonna mention something that happened to me. So if you have like fear of people being sick, don't listen. I'm not gonna go into detail. So I started getting a headache late at night, and I was trying to make the bed because I washed our bed sheets and pillowcases and all that stuff. So I'm making the bed, and I'm starting to feel really like dissociated from reality. Not just dizzy, but like actually dissociated from reality. Like it was a weird feeling I never really felt before. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna like make the bed, just get through it, then lay down for a bit. Because I told myself, okay, every time you get nauseous and dizzy. Because I was expecting to feel uncomfortable and a little sick, right? As you're detoxing and not eating and going through changes. Well, so I told myself I'll lay down. I lay down. The weird feeling did go away. But then, like, I was, like, kind of thirsty. And I thought, didn't, like, have so much water. But for some reason, I was getting sick of water. Like, the thought of drinking more water on an empty stomach was making me feel ill, like nauseous. So I was like, well, I'm going to be drinking water for 40 days, so get used to it kind of thing. So I sat up, drank some water, and my body was like, instantly, like, it was like a reflex in my gut. I just, like, this is the gross part. I gagged, and I just, like, got sick everywhere in the bathroom. So after that, I sort of felt like a pain in my chest, and I started getting I felt my heart racing, and that weird feeling of, like, dissociation came back, and I had white dots in front of my eyes this time. That's where I thought I was going to die. I'm like, am I having a heart attack? Did I put my body through shock? Like, what? So at this point, I was like, no way. I was like, I laid down after that. And after I started feeling, better, I was like, I have to eat something. I have to. And reading your comments and, like, talking to friends and family too. And it was like a mixture of, like, sometimes I just need people to bring me back down to reality. And Salah too was like, I was wrong. And I think for sure I saw another, like, smart comment that was like, how about you try even just not eating, how about just try dieting, like, successfully for even a day. So I did actually eat. I didn't order. I was craving these beef burgers we have in the freezer. So I made a couple of those in the air fryer, just the patties with a slice of cheese on each, ketchup, mustard, some cantaloupe. Probably not I know beef after, like, being sick, but I think it was just because I was like, no, I don't want more water. I ended up making some Indomie and one bag of Puffak, the cheesies. And I had some diet soda left in the fridge, so I had that. And then I just, like, passed out after I ate and went to bed. I took my, like, medication and went to bed. Not the healthiest thing to eat, I know. You'll see in my vlog, despite that, I still lost weight. I think it was because I water fasted all day. And, I was going to the bathroom a lot during the day, so I think I got rid of a lot of waste, like waste weight and water weight. So I was 100% completely not able to follow through with it. And I think it was very unrealistic, but at the time that I made the video, it wasn't to me. I have to realize my limitations and be more realistic with everything. I'm too extreme, I'm too unrealistic, and I set myself up for failure, I have a good friend who's sending me, like, Weight Watchers recipes. There's, like, so many foods that you can eat that are 0 points, and I know that sounds counterproductive when you're trying to lose weight, but the way they explained it is basically like you have a certain amount of points, and if you, like, for a certain amount of foods, they're trying to get you into the habit of limiting the bad foods, the higher calorie, not as nutritious foods. The idea of, like, having free unlimited fruits and vegetables, basically foods that you're less likely to binge on, and it gets you in the habit of eating more of those foods and eating less of the ones that cost more points. It makes sense now. So let's say you have a bad day, you blow all your points on junk food at Taco Bell. You can come home and have free fruits and vegetables, or some 0 points turkey chili with some salad, or so I'm probably going to embark on that, but I might try the whole day of diet food for, like, a month. I'm not sure yet, but I will have my vlog out after I go to the gym, because I'm going to put some gym footage in there and my weigh-in and what I ate today. So that's what the vlog is going to be, so stay tuned for that later tonight. I'm going to take it easy at the gym. I'm going to be more careful. I don't know. I think it would have happened anyway, my back. It happens on and off for a few days. It's feeling a bit better depending on the position. Like, if I'm standing, it's better, actually. It's weird. Sitting like this is the worst. I think it's a sciatica nerve because it does go down my leg. But the counting calories, I used to hate it. Found it daunting. But now I find it's not, because it kind of helps with my obsession about food. Like, I get to plan what I'm going to eat, and there's so many different options as long as it fits in my calories. I'm not going to make it a habit of eating. I don't want to eat like cheesies and chips and junk food. empty food because I just don't feel well after. So I'm gonna try to make it like more nutritious. But I like this. Like you have that soup was, by the way, like so delicious. Oh my gosh, it was creamy and sweet and cheesy. Oh, I'm wondering what kind of like if I take the plunge and do the 3 meals a day with the diet centers, I feel like I'm like, what kind of eggs? It's probably gonna be a lot of eggs. I had some eggs today. I had yeah, so I don't know why I'm laughing. What I'm very brain dead today. So I had breakfast. Now this is like my lunch. And then I'm gonna when I come home from the gym, I took out some chicken breast. I'm gonna make something with it. I'm used to eating maybe close to like 4,000 calories a day, probably. Sometimes more. So to eat, I think, you know, my day will be around 1,700 calories. To eat that much less is still going to have me lose some weight. So I'm happy that I'm eating again because that was, like I said, my body, oh my neck. My body is not the same as it was, even just 5 years ago. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened was like, I know I can't do that anymore. So I promise, no more water fasts, okay? Because that was scary. Like I was really like, oh my gosh. And I started thinking, what if I have to go to the hospital here? And I was just worried, like, I don't know how it works. I went to a clinic, but I don't know. I'm just like afraid of doing things that are new. You know what I mean? Like I have extra anxiety because of that. I'm like, what if I have to call an ambulance? Everyone's gonna look at me here. Like, I don't know. It just felt like, excuse me, no ERBs in here. No ERBs in here. If I can't get it at the Royal Pharmacy, forget it. Either way, I already like calculated the dinner's calories. So I just calculated like the calories for like a whole chicken breast. And I'm just gonna put a whole chicken breast and make it into something. I don't know what. I even count the oil because oil, even in Weight Watchers, those will cost points. Oils and stuff like that. So, but olive oil. Anyway, I'm like detailing my vlog. Like, you won't even need to watch it later. No, I'm gonna put my weigh in. So, you know, whatever I do throughout the day. So.